Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the best matchups of this week. And before the video starts, I want to inform you guys of what opponent rank means because everyone may not know. So if the Redskins are 31st opponent rank to quarterbacks, then it means they are the 31st best team to quarterbacks, which is horrible. Nobody wants to be 31st best at anything. If the Rams are 5th opponent ranked to running backs, then that means they are 5th best against running backs, which is pretty good. And those were two legitimate examples. This week I have 10 good matchups, 3 quarterbacks, 3 receivers, and 4 running backs. And my matchup picks are going to consist of mid-tier players and sleeper picks, because if I told you to put in Tua or Austin Eckler or CeeDee Lamb, it just would be pointless. So we're going to start with quarterbacks. The first pick I have is Kenny Pickett against the Titans. The Titans are 15th opponent ranked to quarterbacks and 20th in pass yards allowed. Pickett is questionable, but he was quoted saying he expects to play in Thursday's game. My second quarterback pick is Bryce Young, who's playing against the Colts, 19th opponent rank and 25th in pass yards allowed. My last quarterback pick is Mac Jones against the Redskins. Some people are probably going to despise me for this pick, but the Redskins have a really good front seven, but they are one of the worst pass defenses, 31st opponent rank and 29th in pass yards allowed. Now we got wide receivers. First, I have Nico Collins against the Buccaneers. They're 24th opponent rank and 28th in pass yards allowed. CJ Stroud had one of his worst performances in the NFL last week. Failed to throw a touchdown pass, which is very unlikely. He's a good quarterback. And Nico Collins is still their wide receiver one. I'm expecting a big bounce back week from Stroud against a very shaky Buccaneers secondary. My next wide receiver pick is Amari Cooper against the Cardinals. They are 22nd opponent rank and 18th in pass yards allowed. The quarterback over there, PJ Walker, isn't very good. He's been struggling, but he targeted Cooper 11 times last week, and Cooper appears to be his favorite target. Lastly, I got Devontae Smith against the Cowboys, who are 2nd opponent rank and 4th in pass yards allowed. So they have a very skilled passing defense. But A.J. Brown has 6 125-yard receiving games in a row, and they're going to have to key on him extremely hard, which is going to free up a ton of space for Devontae Smith. My first running back pick is going to be Ramondre Stevenson against the Commanders. They are 15th opponent rank and 21st in rush yards allowed. He's been off his game recently, but I'm definitely feeling a big game out of him as well. My next running back pick is Aaron Jones against the Rams, who are 5th opponent rank, which is very solid, and strangely, they're 20th in rush yards allowed. Jones has had a very disappointing fantasy season this far, but I'm feeling a big week out of him. Last week, his bad performance was due to them getting down bad to the Vikings, which forced them to pass the ball. My third running back pick, I have Rachaad White against the Texans, who are 19th opponent ranked to running backs and 11th in rush yards allowed. He's looked really good recently with great volume, extremely effective in the pass game, logged 6 receptions for 65 yards and 7 receptions for 70 yards in the last 2 games, which is exactly what you want in PPR leagues. And my final pick is going to be Chuba Hubbard against the Colts, who have a very shaky rush defense, 28th opponent rank and 23rd in rush yards allowed. Last 2 weeks, 19 carries and 15 carries, and they've been riding the hot hand with Hubbard as Sanders only had 2 carries last week. Thank you for tuning in to this week's matchup picks, and have a nice day.